Hey, what's up, my little TisaTellss? How y'all doing today? Well, if you are Camilla, Kate, William, and Charles, baby, the girls are fighting. What am I talking about? Listen, we all know that this was bound to happen as a matter of time, right? The press always dogged William and Kate. They called them lazy. They called them work shy. I don't think they were wrong when Meghan came along because Kate was the perfect lily white princess. It looks like the media took Kate's side to elevate her above Meghan. Now that Meghan and Harry are out of the country doing their own thing, the power-hungry people, the war of the Windsors versus the Wells have combined. What am I talking about? Charles, Kate, Camilla, and what's his name? I want to say Chris. William have been infighting. William somehow thinks that if he gives enough bad publicity to his father, at least this is my opinion, he can usurp the reigning king. The only problem is people might hate Charles. They might think badly of him. They might think he's a bumbling fool. But the one thing William doesn't get into his head is at least they feel something for your father. See, this is what William doesn't get because he thinks being king is his birthright. He doesn't realize that being king is figment of imagination. They feel something for your father. But what is William and Kate doing? They've been planning stories about how Camilla is not fit to be queen consort, right? Attacking whether Charles is popular, trying to put pit Kate against Camilla with Kate in the favorable light through America press outlets. Well, baby, it does not seem to escape Charles' attention because Charles, who is besties with the Daily Mirror, literally hit Kate where it hurt. That's right. Kate released an article talking about Remembrance Day and how she had to be the steadying hand for an anxious Camilla. An anxious Camilla. Camilla is a lot of things. An oat lover, an apple enthusiast, right? The prettiest pretty pony in all of the kingdom. But social anxiety, not sure where she stands. This is a woman that waged a 20-year campaign with the Royal Rota, the men in gray, and all the royalists to literally rehab her image. And she literally now sits on the throne. They don't even refer to her as Queen's Consort. Kate, what can you teach her except to be a waiting for a personality and to style stack Meghan? Anyway, the story was released, and Charles is best friends of the Daily Mirror. Let's not forget, he's hosted them at royal parties. He's super cool with them. They are definitely on board. Roasted Kate and put up the worst picture of her they possibly could. We're going to get into that. Finally, William and Kate couldn't hide their jealousy that the Kennedy Foundation, I did a story about it yesterday, the Kennedy Foundation picked Meghan and Harry to honor. They are going to be the VIP table where people pay $1.6 million next to them, and everybody else in the gala spends $500,000. It is the Kennedy Gala. It is going to be a star-studded occasion. First of all, it's the Kennedys, right? That is an American political dynasty. Second of all, you know the cream of the crop politicians, rich people, trust fund kids, and also people heavily involved in a philanthropic arena in America are going to be there. And Meghan and Harry are the ones being honored. They were asked to attend. Well, guess what? William wants us to know that him and Kate, they don't need to be around glamour. Their gala, the Earthshot Prize, which they basically put together as a vanity project because you wanted to be propped up in Boston, right? And you made an award for yourself. You raised like 13 million, and only $1 million or a few million went to actual people. Everything else went to paying people. William doesn't understand. That's why they're not going to make it big in America. Let's first get into who you guys want to start with. Kate being dragged, Camilla, or William? You know what? Let's start with this Camilla mess because that was the funniest thing that I saw. Okay, so here's the article that started it all, right? Kate Middleton made a concerned gesture to anxious Camilla at Remembrance. Camilla Parker Bowles was anxious, man. Now, this is a story that enraged Charles. This is my opinion, right? Queen Consort Camilla and Kate Middleton, the Princess of Wales, both look somber as they watch the annual Remembrance Day service. So they're saying they stood on the balcony, right? But they're saying there was something wrong with Camilla. She couldn't stay still. Like, Camilla is a 3-year-old. Kate, worry about the way Prince Louis was checking you, and none of you know what? Let me not say that, right? They said, according to a body language expert, it was clear it was nerve-wracking occasion to Camilla during her first service as queen, and Kate on hand to provide an air of calm. Now, here's the thing. We know this is 100% coming out of the Middleton/William news factory, because the one thing they keep saying with Kate is, we look at Kate and we're like, you don't do nothing, you don't add nothing, you're boring, this and that. Kate's rebranded as saying, you don't understand. I am the secret ingredient. I know it seems like I do nothing, say nothing, deliver nothing, but you don't understand. I'm the unspoken strength behind William. To which William was like, I mean, she watches the kids when I go prune rose bushes, so I guess that's cool. And when I go to my glamorous charity events with my mystery blonde, go watch my video about that. But remember when she was pushing herself as the silent power behind William? You guys think I'm doing nothing, but I'm actually running a nation by being the little finger. And everybody was like, yeah, we're not buying this. Now you're trying to push yourself as the silent, steadying force to Camilla. Now listen, I read in between the lines, and when they said Camilla was anxious, they said she could barely stand still. I look at that as them saying that she was drunk and was doing the weeble wobbles, and Kate had to be like, girl, put the sherry down, at least in my opinion. But I will say this, they said Camilla smiled at Kate for a second time. They said, standing beside Kate, she performed a subtle smile of acknowledgement as her wreath was laid, and she turned to Kate on their way from the balcony. She threw a fond smile as Kate spoke to her. You guys, they said watching from the balcony, Camilla combined signals of regal duty with some rituals of anxiety, right? And they said that every time she got nervous and couldn't stand still, she looked at Kate, and Kate offered her a reassuring smile on the balcony. Standing beside Kate, she performed a subtle smile of acknowledgement. Camilla smiled at Kate for a second time before nodding, again a gesture of acknowledgement as she walked ahead of Kate and her new ruler came. Otherwise, there were gestures of open anxiety from Camilla. She looked unable to keep totally still, drunky, and spoke to Kate at one point, but while looking straight ahead rather than turning to her. Why would the queen turn toward Kate? The queen, is tripping. Kate turned her head quickly in a gesture of polite concern. Kate's calm and very still body language was in contrast to Camilla's nervous movements that showed the most of her fluttering of her hem sheet as her two hands fiddled with it throughout. So they're basically trying to say that she's a drunkie, can't stay still, and all this other stuff. I don't understand what William and Kate's game is. They are the king and queen. Charles literally spent 2 decades trying to damage Diana, one of the most loved royals in the world, and Harry's legacy. Do you really think he's going to have trouble ripping you and your wife that nobody even likes apart? William and Kate should tread lightly. However, Charles literally threw the first punch. Look at this. The Daily Mirror, who is Charles' bestie, posted this picture. Charles and Kate lead salute to the fallen. They said, Kate, you want to sit there and trash Camilla? You want to be the center of the show? You want everybody to think that you're the silent power now behind the queen, because you've also been releasing, at least rumored to release, articles about how Camilla's not up for the job and she doesn't know what she's doing. So let's put you out front, sweetie, but let's hit you where it hurts. What does Kate care about? Making her marriage look perfect. Rose Hanbury seems to tore that up with all the exclusives that she gave to Tatler and stuff about what's going on with William. But also, Kate is insanely jealous. She is very, in my mind, ego driven, and she cares so much what she looks like. So Charles hit her where he hurt. And he had the Daily Mirror, his friends at the Daily Mirror, post this pic of Kate looking like I always thought she looked. Because here's the thing, Kate, if you guys haven't noticed, first of all, Kate gets Botox, in my opinion, and work on her face. Every time she comes back refreshed, her little snoopy droopy face is always pushed back. Now, a lot of people said, why would they Photoshop this picture? To which I say, Have you guys not noticed that for the last 4 years, especially since Meghan came around, every picture of Kate is photoshopped to remove her wrinkles and to remove her sagging face? Now, truth be said, everybody gets older, but Kate's looking older quicker than most people. Again, look at what we found with the Danish media. Now, they said this is the British media. This is when she went on her early years visit to is it Dutchland? Anyway, to Daneland? What do you call where Danish people live? How come I don't know this? Anyway, Holland? Let me know in the comments. I'll Google it. I don't feel like stopping. Anyway, this was the British media, what they put on her visit when she was doing older years. This is the Kate everybody knows and what people think Kate looks like. This is the actual image. The Danish media, they didn't airbrush any of her pictures. This is how Kate's face looked. For some reason, Kate has some of that skin that is aging like 3-day-old milk left out in the sun. Very saggy. She also appears to have that procedure that removes fat from that cheek. I don't know why people like that look. Maybe if you have a chubby face when you're younger, but as you get older, oh, you need that baby fat on your face. Anyway, again, Kate does look old for her age. Kate right here looks like a 55-year-old woman to me. However, the thing with Kate is she's very vain, and she was known for her beauty. She regularly makes people Photoshop. Again, look at the pictures that Charles put up on her. Now look at the pictures that were not Photoshopped of Kate at Remembrance Day. She pretty much looks the same. Okay, they did add some sauce to it, but let's admit, she pretty much looks the same. The real tea behind this is the gloves are off. Charles and Camilla see what William and Kate are doing. Thank God William and Kate are so dim-witted and plotting that you can see them coming from a mile away. I'm just saying, right? Harry and Meghan were something different. You had the Brexit people, you had the monarchists, you had all these people moving on the We Hate Meghan campaign. Sussex squad. Do you think for 1 second that Charles, a man that destroyed a kingdom and literally delayed him taking the throne for 50 years too long over the love of a woman, is going to idly sit there and let William and Kate destroy the woman he sacrificed everything for and loved? But even if Charles wasn't involved, do you really honestly think Camilla's plotting, conniving self is letting somebody as dim-witted as William and as weak and plotting as Kate get one over her? I can't wait for this infighting to erupt, but it's already started, and Charles hit Kate where it hurts. Behold the true Princess of Wales. However, there's even more news, because I want you guys to know that when I reported that Meghan and Harry are being honored by the Kennedy Foundation for all their charitable work, and they've given quite a lot of their own money to lots of people in need. All right, nobody expects you to go bankrupt, but the fact that William cannot even give a penny of his money, it says a lot. But get this, everybody was like, oh my God, this award that Meghan and Harry are being honored for, same one Barack Obama got, Hillary Clinton, all these big name people. It's a very, very prestigious award. And it's going to be a very glamorous event, because you know how Americans, we like our celebrities, we like our gala, but also when it comes to political heavyweights, it really cements Meghan and Harry. And not even just Harry's role. They're like, oh, you're trading on British royalty. It cements the fact that Meghan Markle is a power player in political circles. Say what you want. She's always been involved. She is now cementing herself as a power player. You never know. The British press was hating, but Meghan actually might run for office in 10 years. So here's what we say, right? They said, Prince William has joined forces with Carolyn Kennedy, the daughter of John F. Kennedy, okay, right? Whose 1960s moonshot mission to put the man on the moon inspired the Earthshot Prize, and described it as the most prestigious eco award on the planet. The Prince of Wales will hand out 1 million grants on December 2nd in a room filled with global leaders in the worlds of philanthropy, okay, whatever. Climate change, environmentalism, and government. So the same thing your brother's doing, only your brother's is going to get more shine. And nobody cares about the Earthshot Prize. Again, I do think people in Boston would actually boo them, except for the fact that the Americans care so little about royals that I can't even see a crowd of haters assembling in the Boston cold to boo those two. No one cares about them at all, either way. They said, this is quiet wealth and power. Think the Rockefellers and people like former Vice President Al Gore. They said philanthropists across America are vying to attend both events. One wealthy Los Angeles heiress told the Mail on Sunday, "We love the royals. I'd love to try to get tickets for both. You can buy a ticket to the Meghan event, so there's no problem. But the William and Kate event is strictly invitation only, which is making it much harder to get into." Okay, let me explain something to William and Kate and while they'll never win. They are stupid. They know. Okay, first of all, the one reason people respect Harry and Meghan is because they actually do use their admitted star power and glamour to raise money. They don't go around to organizations to try to organize working people so how we can better direct our money so the rich people don't have to pay. They literally organize rich people, wealthy people, huge sums of money, and how to direct that to the poor. They use their power and media to get magazine covers, Twitter, Instagram. They use it all because the more people that know about the foundation, the more people will give. The more rich people are involved and want to come to the glitz and glamour, the more they will give. The name of the game, William, is to use your privilege to drum up as much public interest as possible. But William and Kate don't get that, because for them, their philanthropy is like, oh yes, the commoners. They don't get the fact that, let me get this straight. So we can buy an event to Meghan and Harry's place, which is good because all proceeds go to charity. So why aren't you selling? Instead, William and Kate are having an invitation only invite. So they can announce winners. Mind you, they raised $13 million. It looks like they're giving away 5 or 6 of it. The rest went to operating costs. And they're bragging about that. You're bragging on the fact that people need help. And you are turning this into an elitist ego stroke. Mind you, this is all a lie, right? It's not invite only. You can buy a ticket. The thing is, they're trying to say that Meghan and Harry's thing is déclassé, and why Meghan and Harry's thing will have 5,000 very wealthy people giving immeasurable amounts of money to this charity and actually moving it forward. This explains why William and Kate are going to be in a very small room with very small people. Vice President Gore, they're going to have Barack Obama there. You're going to have Vice President Gore. You're going to have Rockefellers, but the Kennedy event is going to have Rockefellers too. You're literally doing damage control on why your fluffed up vanity project is amounting to zero. And the only way you can throw salt on Harry and Meghan's name is to tell an American audience that believes your hard work translates into money. And if you have money, and again, there's something wrong with this, admittedly, but let's just go through an American pathos. Hard work, right? If you work hard work translates into money. I know that's not always true, but just go through the American dream, the dream they sell us. If you have money, your money should allow you access into any room because your money is a symbol of your hard work, your character, your ethics, and you are defined not by who you know, not by what you know, not by who your parents are, but what you actually work for, contribute, and how you better things for everyone. And you're telling an American audience that you're basically having a very exclusive invite-only charity that is full of quiet wealth and power and not accessible to you low people that don't know what they're doing. Y'all, good luck to William and Kate. You somehow think you're going to make a fool of yourselves in America, just like you made a fool of yourself in the Caribbeans. Your dad and your stepmommy are 10 seconds off your patooties and dragging you every step of the way. And all I can say is, yes, give me more, give me more, give me more. Anyway, Sussex Squad, let me know what you think in the comments. I find them infighting the funniest thing possible, but let me know what you think. All right, I will talk to you later. Bye.